everyone. It has been 2 months since I last checked on this blueberry basil. Airlock's a little pink. When I moved it, it got quite foamy. It's definitely been fermenting. Oh, whoa, why'd I get that close? Oh, burning. Okay, smells much more alcoholic than it did. I'm going to take a gravity reading because that's what needs to happen. And I'm gonna taste it because that's another thing that needs to happen. Just wanna make sure I sanitize all of my equipment properly. This mead was started August 28th. It is now in the middle of December. Oh boy. Okay. Still high. Look at all those bubbles rising to the top. It's still fermenting, I think. Seems to be, possibly. It's gone down 10 points. 1.050. I'm getting to the point where I'm nervous because it's been almost a full 4 months. Now, usually by this time I'm bottling. You know, normally I don't feel stressed about headspace, things like that. And in this case still, I mean, it's not like there's an insane amount of headspace in here. It's interesting because the flavors have developed. It's not funky. There's nothing weird tasting about it. It's actually like pretty good, except that it's still also quite sweet. So maybe I'll leave it another month, test it just to make sure it is still processing and go from there. We're just gonna continue on to the next section. All right. We are at the point, I think, where this is done, doing the things that it wanted to do naturally. This is very, very clear. I'm gonna rack it, stabilize it, and then bottle it, I think, unless I just randomly decide to add something else to it. But it's been sitting here for like 6 months, and that just makes me a little anxious. I'm ready to sort of pull the plug on it and just finish it. Honestly, like if it's too sweet, I'm just gonna use it for like cooking, I think. Coo. What's the gravity? Let's play a game called What's the Gravity? This was in December. It is now over 2 months later. It was 1.050. Let's see what it is now. 1.044. Sort of your typical sweet mead ends around that time. So at this point it shouldn't be, hopefully, not super sickly sweet. I'm going to stabilize using typical stabilizers. Not everyone feels comfortable using these. That's perfectly fine. You can, what is that thing called? You make it hot. Pasteurize. You can pasteurize. Definitely has a little bit more of an alcohol burn on the nose now. That makes sense. The yeast were quite stressed for a long period of time. I can also smell basil. I mean, blueberry sort of sits underneath all of it. Oh, I got my nice homebrew Ohio, I was gonna say mug, glass. I use this thing all the time. I love it. And it's great to like bust out when people are over. It's like, oh, you may drink out of this giant glass. and then they laugh and they love it. Anyway. It tastes better than it smells. Very sweet though. Blueberry basil. Blueberry and basil do go well together. Okay, potassium sorbate, 1/2 tisp per gallon. I'm gonna do slightly under that. Just gonna chill out for a little bit and then I'm gonna bottle it because I'm over it. It's the final racking. Blueberry basil. Blueberry basil. Stabilized it. Looks great. Oh, the final racking. I don't have to rack it. I just have to bottle it. Hi, we're here. We're back and we're bottling. Finally. Can't wait for this to be over. This mead's been hanging out for way too long. Okay, this is gonna be quick and easy. I'm just gonna drop this in and I'm gonna bottle it. The end. One-handed bottling is kind of tricky because you have to like push down on this thing and you have to do this at the same time. I don't know, you just figure it out over time, I guess. Well, I got more than I thought I would have, which would normally be a good thing. But y'all know how I feel about this mead. I am going to take a tester. Bada boom, bada bing. Very sweet, but not bad. Needs time. I think it'd be really good as like a syrup to put on like a dessert or something. We'll see what I do with it. It's a beautiful color. It's probably one of my clearest meads that I have like ever made. I mean, because it just sat for so long and I didn't have to back sweeten or anything, that it really is like so clear. It's beautiful. It's just too bad that like literally no one's gonna want to drink it because it is very sweet. However, I don't know what time is gonna do to this. It might make it more palatable. A little bit less like a sugar drink, but we'll see. So I got 3 450 milliliters, and then I got 4 375s, which I will cork. Again, blueberry and basil are very nice together. They're lovely. You know, I messed up. There's a good amount of acid and a good amount of tannin. Not like too much tannin. It could probably use a little bit more. If I were to do this again, would not add raisins, or if I did, I would make sure if there are any ingredients that you're questionable about, look them up. Just make sure it's not a preservative, because that's where I messed up. And maybe some oak would be good with this. Maybe a little bit of, I wonder what like sherry or something would be like with this. You know, this is so sweet and it's sort of syrupy. It is very viscous because of the amount of honey, that it would probably be really good as like a mixed cocktail, actually. Maybe some like soda water and like, I don't know, gin or maybe vodka. What do I have here? I do have this like very old gin. I don't have anything sparkling though. I don't have any sparkle water, which is poopy, but let's just see, you know, hypothetically what this may taste like with some alcohol. This is the only thing I really have that I can mix with. I don't have much liquor. I'll just do a little splish. Maybe throw an ice cube in there. Actually, the gin smells really good in this. That's pretty good. Oh shit, that's pretty good. Damn. Oh, it's a cocktail mixer. There we go. Problem solved. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for watching this, I don't know, short series. I think this was only 2 videos. It's kind of where I want to start. I don't know, it's what I want to start doing, is compiling everything into either one, you know, start to finish mead video, or cut into 2 sections. My tastings will always be separated because I like that time. As you know, I want to give the mead a chance to really start to settle and, I don't know, become itself. I don't know. It didn't turn out to be such a big failure after all. It is actually a decent cocktail, and it is sweet and syrupy enough. I think it would be really good concentrated a little bit more, maybe cooked into a syrup, added to like some ice cream, or I don't know, pancakes or something. It's blueberry. I don't know. It could be, right? Whatever. Just, you know, get creative with these things. If you've had a mead that's gotten stuck like this and you're like, what do I do? This sucks. Might not be the end of the world. You might be okay in the end. Or if you do want your mead to become a mead, again, on my last blueberry video, I had some really great suggestions in the comments section. So if you have had a stuck mead, I will go there and take a look at some of the things that people recommended. I don't know why I didn't do them. I just, you know, life has just been chaos, to be honest. Well, thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you. Appreciate you. And I will see you around next time. Bye. Bye.